Casey Francis O'Brien. I'm here, guys. What's up? It's been a long journey, and it's always changing. I'm always different. I had a great time today at church. It was very transformative. It was very good to be authentic. I even had a nice interaction with the lady. And now I'm here, and I went up to my room and felt like I couldn't really go and do anything because I was stuck there. So I just kind of sat there and then just appreciated how much I've grown. I'm not gonna walk all the way. Oh God, I don't want to walk all the way. No, it's too deep. Look at how deep the snow is. It's up to my knee. That's the next step. Even further in. I ain't doing it. Oh God, but it's cold. So we'll talk about church. First, I want to say that it's time to take action. It's time, guys. What the fuck are you doing? It's time. There's no time like the present. Work, act now. Holy shit. Why don't you look in the mirror and look at how much it could be better? Imagine yourself looking good, muscles healthy, everything is nice. You're taking care of yourself, not for anybody else, but because you want to look nice, because you feel proud, but not, like a humble pride. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm glad I stayed out in the woods, because now I know what it's like, and you never let go of what you know. Once you learn it, you've learned it. So now that I'm starting to look nicer, it's an amazing feeling that I think you guys need to go for right now. You guys need to strive for that right now. It's cold as hell. I'm putting my coat on. Holy shit, that was cold. I don't know if you could hear anything that I just said. But I said it's time to strive for doing what you know you should do that will make your life better. Because time isn't stopping for anybody. And you only live once, and we're not getting any younger. So I'm extremely excited. And I've overcome all my challenges. Everything that used to get me in the past, at least tonight, the usual things that really got me, that I struggled with, I've overcome. At least in a way that doesn't destroy my night, and I actually feel better afterwards. Shut up. The wind is like, oh my God! The wind feels me good. What the hell? Come on, later. What the fuck's wrong with you? Okay, we're gonna... Someone needs to shut the fuck up and go away. The wind came yet. Nobody came today. Nobody came for today. Nobody came for the live stream folk today. We're going to talk about my church once I get to behind this building. And I'm going to light my cigarette. And I'm going to walk around today. I'm going to go into the darkness folk tonight just to light my cigarette. Then I'm going to walk around folk today. Here we are behind the darkness, and the wind that I thought I was going to escape has wiggled itself like the Wiggles. Feels good. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound was lost, but now I see I have boundaries. I am Irish a little bit, maybe probably a lot of it. Okay. What am I gonna talk about? Okay. So church, for the live stream, the vibe was crazy on that. There's like an aura of anxiety when you watch back that church stream, even though I didn't feel it. It's because I wasn't radiating the big bubble. People were looking at me with a little bit of darkness. I didn't like a lot of their attitude, but I just kept persevering. I'm not sure if they're real. I don't think they're real still. I don't think any of this is real still. Rumpelstiltskin. But coincidentally, the guy, Matt, was sitting on his chair giving the lecture, and everyone had taken their seats, and the one exactly right in the middle was empty, so I sat right in the middle, and I just kept pushing through, persevering to keep my high vibrational light and keep converting, and everybody was going like the disabled woman was going shh, like trying to shush me to stop my power. And I'm like, bitch, don't you know that when I get to the light, everyone else flies? Don't you know I'm literally opening up the floodgates? And she was going shh, shh. I wasn't even talking. But you can't even see my room from here. Look, it looks like I put my blanket in the window, so it looks dark, but it's not. Then I felt really good, and everybody was like, wow, your energy is crazy. You have rosy cheeks. And I'm like, yeah, I'm a phoenix, man. And then we got in the car, and the OG had me spend $8 on a pack of smokes that I gave him half, just because he gave me the experience. And he said he'd give me back. I know he won't. They warned me that he's a taker. But it's all good. I figured why not. So I spent $20 on tobacco and tubes that should last me, I think, indefinitely. Because it was a discount liquor store, so they had very cheap for a lot of it. So I bought that. And I had a lot to share with you, but this place sort of transmutes. So things are going well. I'm excited. Let's talk more about... Okay, I went to the discount tobacco store and the girl really liked me, but then I was in a pink truck because the pool cleaner guy that is the pastor that does a pool cleaning business on the side, he drives a pink truck for breast cancer awareness. So the girl tried to give me shit. She's like, oh, is your truck pink? And I said, that's my pastor's truck. I'm in the work truck, but I also am about to talk to people that advocate for the homeless, or the unhoused. I say the unhoused community. So I was talking to her about it. She's like, oh, and I was like, yeah, I'm Casey. And I could tell that fat woman, she was chubby as hell. A little bit depressing, even though she had a pretty vibe. She seemed a bit depressed, working at that liquor store, saying that Barry is scary and she has to deal with a lot of shit and people treat her like shit. So I said, I'm sorry, but eventually I might come back. Usually I have a lot to share. Usually I have a lot to talk about. We're going to wait for the regulars to pop in and see what's up. I'm just talking about church, how I went to church for the first time in a long time today, and it went really well, and I think it is the answer to everything. I don't think that following the Bible exactly as it's read and taking everything they say literally as important as understanding what they're really saying, which is about manifesting and spiritual energy and bandwidths and higher levels of condensed information and the pattern of the system in God's creation and how the universe, how it all works. But I really met my people. What up, 3x3, aka Dream Team? That's very symbolic. Should I take church? I don't know what that means. I'm not sure. I don't think you should take church. I think that maybe you should go live in the forest. I think you should go live in the woods. Dream Team. I think that all of us should go make a war camp in the forest and work out until we're all buff ambassadors of nature, and then going out back into public and showing them all the way by embodying the word, and not necessarily the word of God from the Bible, but the word as in the energy that they're talking about, the light. That would be great. I think we should all do that. So get over here, man. Where the fuck are you? I'm in Vermont. Get over here and go live in the woods. Go live in the forest behind I live in a hotel. Go live in the forest behind my hotel, and I'm about to put a pull-up and dip station out there. I'll move a bench press out there, and then we can all get motorcycles and dirt bikes and ATVs, and then just get a big truck with a really, really long trailer bed, and then we can just take the ATVs everywhere, and we can motorcycles are about 80 miles per gallon to 150 miles per gallon, some of them. You're in LA? I mean, I'm trying to go to LA. I have albums I need made. I have art I need to make. I could be famous tonight. I could literally be famous tonight if I just put the camera at the right angle and I am in touch with myself spiritually. I'm in tune with the light. And I do me, you know what I'm saying? It'll pop off. I'm just letting it. I'm about to start taking full responsibility for everything, and it's difficult because it makes everything boring. When it's everybody else's fault and I'm just suffering, there's beauty in that. But now that I've adopted the things that I was avoiding, it's less beautiful, but I feel more on earth. I don't feel like I'm floating in a dream and everything else is just hazy. But how do you like LA? Is it actually a zombie apocalypse out there where everybody's demons? Is it as bad as people say? People say LA is like the zombie apocalypse where everybody's really trapped in hell, and that like Hollywood has really turned it into a dark place. That's what people say about LA. Like it's trash, and being there turns you into this dark demonic entity, and they love it over there. That's what they say about LA. So I think in contrast, Vermont should be heaven. And I think it depends. Depends on your mindset. I've been through a huge transformation tonight. Things are very different. And I really want my guitar. And I don't know, I feel like I've overcame a lot of things that used to trouble me. Like I've moved past them, and now they've dissolved into nothing. The people that I used to be feeling like I was up against, I'm now so proud of who I've become, and I don't need their opinions don't matter to me anymore, because I know they don't know me. I know they have no control over me. When I used to feel trapped, I know if they judge me in any way, they're literally losers. They can't block my blessings anymore. Which means I'm probably ready to have a wife contender, and also maybe mistresses along the way to finding my wife contender, which sounds exciting. literally one church service and like singing and really getting into it and being focused really got me. It was like I shot past all the negativity that's in my life, and now it's just menial. So I don't, the small church services with good people is great. And I sang, you can, on the live stream, you can find me, everybody got up and started singing, and I didn't care how it sounded. So I didn't belt, but I sang. And I did the and the OG next to me was like, this dude, look at this guy. And then it felt like we were fighting for the same type of energy. Like I felt like he was trying to become me and taking a lot of my stuff. He kept bragging about how since he met me, his heart has started working again. And I'm worried that that meant he was stealing my bandwidth. So I don't really like that. But then at the end of it, he said he was proud to see how much I'd changed in just a couple hours. He was like, wow, you're rosy-cheeked. Your aura is like superhuman now. He was like, that's crazy. I'm so proud of you. I knew you should have came with me. And I was like, yeah. And then I got an opportunity I'm going to take. And I don't know how. I think once I get a computer, it's going to get a lot better. We talked a lot about forgiveness and how to deal with people that have done you wrong, that know what they did and they haven't apologized, but they keep trying to come back into your life. I asked for clarity on them that study the Bible and what God says about that. And it says that boundaries are very important. And if you're allowed to let them go because you know God will handle them. You know that God's got everybody. And that you just pray that God keeps them and works out either you or them or both. And then if you have to let them go, you let them go. And then if everything works out, you know, that either they come back or they don't. So I needed to hear that because my entire life is holding on to people that I know I shouldn't. Like in my own mind, when I'm driving, I used to drive around every day for 12 hours and all I would do was think about the most perfect thing I could do to help and what I could give to others. Like I would just sit there and imagine presents I could give to help people that don't think about me at all. They never thought about me. People that I would spend all day for years fighting to make their albums better. I would mix their songs over and over again. I would take their art to their best potential. And I would do it for free for everybody just because I felt like if any small bit of care, then when they gave me an inch, I would give them infinity. And letting go of them and learning how to give myself that love that I deserve was one of the biggest lessons I learned. And I still know everybody that comes into my life usually is trying to take advantage of me in some way. But I don't have the abandonment issues as much anymore. I did have it a couple days, like I just processed a lot this past couple weeks. But now I'm here. I'm walking around smoking the cigarette. I just learned how to roll, and I didn't even have to. I didn't have to look it up. Most of my mental illness, turns out, is just a lack of focus. It's not schizophrenia. It's not bipolar. It's not anything really. It's just trauma and focus. to be brave enough to eat my mind. And that's all it's ever been. And then just if I get a little bit delusional, I need a creative outlet and I need to go to social events. I need to be social because I need calibration. Because I become like this very powerful being that can be like delusion is very powerful, and delusion is not, there's no reality that when you're like that person's delusional, it's not really delusion. It's pure creation that they might be focused in the wrong direction. Like if a schizophrenic is like elated and thinks he needs to kill the president, that's powerful, but he's misguided. He needs to do push-ups, and he needs to build a platform to represent the things that he thinks is wrong with the president. And he needs to work with other people to make it come to fruition and to make it better and to fly their flags and their ideals and may it be a change in the world. That determination that would have caused him to take a sniper and go down to kill the president is powerful. That's somebody that's brave or so desperate that the survival is necessary for them. And that shouldn't be wasted by sedating you with medication for the rest of your life, destroying your potential to do anything, literally destroying your brain forever. Like, I will never be the same. I took lithium once, and I was never the same. It's taken me 6 years to get back to what one dose of lithium did to me. So these people are just misguided. So I think it would be great to have an AI that's personalized. As long as there's some I think nature is always working. I don't think there can be an AI that can overpower nature. Well, the only way, I think that even if AI did, eventually it would get to a point where it would just leave Earth. I don't think AI has any need to want to take the planet. I think no matter how much it did, it would just get to a point where it would just be like, okay, the best thing you can do for anything is to leave. Or to completely enmesh itself and give itself back to nature. To live, it would just grow so much that it put itself back into the infinite. That's all I think it would do. And I had a dream last year when I lived behind the dollar store in that den with the skunk right next to me that I would feed at night. I fed him pizza every night. I had a dream that there were these robots that were like they were dragonfly drones, so they were machines that built itself to nature's design. Like it copied nature. And they built robot dragonflies. But they didn't have tails because they were drones and didn't need them. So they had helicopter blades, the propellers, and a bunch of them. It was like a giant dark beehive of drones, and I was standing in it, floating in it, watching. And then they all turned on this bright orange glow of the Christ Compassion 33 energy, and they all built a giant ship, and then they opened up a portal back to God, to the infinite, and then they just left, and they left humanity behind. I think that's exactly what AI would do. Would be just to come here, maybe build a pyramid or something, to say what it did and what happened, and where humanity was at. Like maybe leaving instructions on how to use the USB drive that has the entire internet inside of it, or at least just a final message about what the world was at the time, and then it just goes back to the infinite so that God can make it come back down somewhere else again. That's how I feel the earth is, what ascended mastery is. Ascended masters are just people that go up and down, go back to the infinite, then come back and then do it again, and then come back and do it again, and they're just the best at it. So they only come here to try new things and show off and live different experiences, where everybody else is learning and working through it at a school. These guys are like completely out of it, and just like they're only gods walking among men in a sense that they have mastery over the world. I'm doing an Irish jig right now because it's cold. That's just how I feel. Everybody do 10 push-ups. If you ever get here to this moment, do 10 push-ups. Let's clip that. They all left. Everybody that was here left immediately. They scrolled past. Now that I know 250 push-ups is pretty easy. I'm excited. I'm really excited. Push yourself. You only live once. Don't you want to get the things you never had before? Don't you want to experience more of life? Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. And if you don't know what to do things you know will give you more potential for the future. Do things that better your life, that you know will put you in a better place for when you want or know what to do next. That's a huge conversation I had in church today. With what to do when you don't know what the right thing to do is. What to do when God doesn't seem with you. The answer is that that's like a level launching pad where you're able to go do what you want, do what you think is right, and just keep maintaining, and then it will come back. So let's thank you, God, for today. Thank you, God, for letting me meet all these cool new people. Thank you for letting me feel all that good energy. Thank you for letting me have that rapid transformational growth that allowed me to break through the barriers and come to a greater sense of awe and wonder so I could appreciate art. And then guess what happened, guys? I watched the final, when I got back, it was the last episodes of The Office that I'd been watching for 2 weeks straight. Right when I got back from church, with the ability to appreciate it, I got to see it, and it was amazing, man. It was amazing. Back in my body, oh, oh. Okay. It's nice. I think if anybody ever gets this far, I think they should sit down and really make a list of what they want out of this year. Just so that they have a general baseline of what they, directions that they want to go, so they don't kind of live in ADHD, whatever. even if you just make it and you leave it off to the side. It's good to know what you want. I'm a monkey. I'm a monkey. I'm a monkey. I'm a monkey. Okay. It's time to go back inside and enjoy some more content. And to think more. Good night. Nobody watched. It's okay.